even if he is poor man who derives his livelihood from charity and begs from door to door, even if he is husband and a father of children, right? So he is poor man, he has to beg for charity. It does not mean that he cannot take a safer with him. I mean, he's not walking all day long, right? He has breaks. So between the one door and another, sit down on a bench and learn for half an hour. Even if he is father of the children. 58. At one extreme, Eruvim 22a relates, one who will you find possessing Torah? A person who is cruel to his wife and his children. There is one who gives up some of the time he would spend with his family and dedicate to Torah study. However, even a person who does not make such an all-encompassing commitment to a Torah must find time to study despite his family responsibilities. Okay, so it's very interesting. So who is cruel to his wife and children, meaning they did not see him every day. He's working regular job plus commute, right? Not too many hours left, and okay, he has to play with children, talk to them, socialize with your wife, but otherwise, like, you have to find the time to study Torah, right? So it's very interesting. But smart wives, they would know that the shalom bayis, it depends on his study Torah. If he does not study Torah, like he's a simple animal, like this squirrel on the street, we have all the squirrels running around like crazy. Nobody's chasing them. Like they jump, they go this way, like they look busy, but they do exactly nothing. You understand? So this husband is exactly that. So a woman, if she wants a good family, strong family, if she's smart, she would send her husband to learn Torah. Continue. It's for her own sake. So she should not see it as a sacrifice. If she's smart. He must establish the fixed time, so meaning this person, for the Torah study during the day and at night. So basically, it's not like some people trying to pass by the minimum, right? So what's the minimum? So the minimum, technically the minimum. So if you say the blessing on the Torah in the morning, so you say all these 3 paragraphs. You say from Mishnah, from written Torah, and from what else? Mishnah, from written Torah. I don't remember. Maybe from prophets. I don't remember what the third passage is from. Doesn't matter. Or from a Talmud. I'm sorry. From a Talmud. So from written Torah, from the Mishnah, and from the Talmud. Exactly. Sorry. Okay. So technically, you said the blessing on the Torah, and you learn it. It is true. You learn for what, 35 seconds. So the minimum requirement you did, but of course it's not enough. Right, so a man has to study Torah day and night, in the morning, in the beginning of the day, and end of the day. As Yeshua 1:8 commands, you shall think about it day and night. So what is it? Let's see. Commentary. Whoa, it's a long commentary. There are 2 aspects to the Torah, so very interesting. One which requires the total devotion, dedication, all of oneself time and effort to Torah, because the study of the Torah has no limit. Yeah, what is it? Was it the question? Okay, sorry. No problem. Could you put yourself on mute? Okay, thank you. Sorry. Okay, so one more time. There are 2 aspects to the Torah study. 2 aspects. A, meaning first aspect, one which requires total devotion, dedicating all of one's time and efforts to Torah. So total devotion. Because the study of the Torah has no limit. Though it is fitting for each Jew to apply himself to Torah study in this fashion, such a practice cannot be required of a person. So I mean, it's proper thing to do, but we cannot require like every person to do that. Rather, this remain voluntarily decision to be made by a person, as quoted in chapter 3, Halachah 6, whose heart inspired him to fulfill this mitzvah in a fitting manner and to become crowned with the crown of the Torah. So there are different people, like different personalities. So not everybody can sit and learn the whole day, and it's not like he's stupid person, but it's very, very hard job. It's very strenuous. It's not easy to learn Torah, right? It's a much harder than to work, even manual jobs, right? So, okay, and second approach, the establishment of fixed times of the Torah study. So it's for most of the working people, for most of us, right? Fixed time study of the Torah. Regardless of the responsibilities and difficulties a person may have, he is obligated to set aside certain portion of the day to study Torah. So on a practical level, so a person has to say to himself, okay, I'm going to learn Torah in the morning, whatever, depends on his schedule. Let's say from 6:30 to 7:30. Let's say I'm just making it out from 6 to 7, and then I go to shul, right? From 6. So this 6 to 7 must be like 100%. So he's tired, he's not tired. So don't go to bed, don't go to the wedding and be there for 3 in the morning and then come back. Of course, you're not going to wake up at 6. It's guaranteed. Who are you kidding? Right? You don't say that you did a mitzvah, because mitzvah to make Chatan and Kala happy for a few minutes, and you can go home because you have the schedule. You have this 6 a.m. schedule. And same at night. So whatever they invite you, they did not invite you. So I had this class like before this, the daily class, very short class, like 15 minutes, from 10 to 15 minutes, very intense but very short. So and this person was not available. I was not available. Doesn't matter. So usually we learn in the morning. So and I called him. I said, please, let's make time before I don't want to miss a day. And he said I cannot talk to her. So he was at the bar mitzvah, right? He was in bar mitzvah. So and we scheduled later on tonight, very late tonight, so to make sure he comes home. And guess what? He called me 10 minutes later. He said everybody went to dance, and the upstairs they have shul. He went upstairs, get to the shul. It's very quiet. Music is downstairs. He took a book and we learned this for 15 minutes. That's a very devoted person. So nobody can stop him just because he has to attend that. So, but we're talking about 15 minutes only. But if person established for himself 1 hour or 1.5 hours, 45 minutes, so it would be more difficult to do that, right? So I have to choose. It's always about free choice. You're about entertainment or about learning Torah. Okay, continue. Psalms 119 verse 126. It says, "It is time to act for God. They have made your Torah. They have made void your Torah," which is very tough statement, right? Our sages in Yalkut Shmoini to this verse commented, "Those who have established fixed times for the Torah, there is a time to act for God," right? So act what we have established time, and we try to be on time. That's very commendable. Act for God, have made void your Torah. Okay, so what does it mean? The Shlach, Masechet Shavuos, questioned that statement, noting that the establishment of fixed times for the Torah is considered fundamental importance, right? So why just because I established a fixed time, that's mean that I void the Torah? It's contradiction, right? So it sounds like. Let's see. So one more time, this Shlach, Masechet Shavuos, questioned this statement, noted that establishment of fixed times for the Torah is considered fundamental importance, and we just said he resolved the contradiction by explaining that a person who overburdened by financial responsibility can be expected only to establish fixed time for Torah study. However, someone who is free from financial burdens must devote himself totally to the Torah study. for him, keeping to fixed times represent making void of the Torah. So if somebody needs to I don't know, to support his family, and he gets like just gets by, that's it. They pay rent, paid for the food, Shabbos food, and all of the clothing, for children's education, and that's it. Nothing is left. I mean, which is okay, I guess. Right? So he can establish this fixed time. But if you financially you more or less secure, and you just working this overtime because they pay you more, it's not allowed. So you have to devote more time. So for you to establish 45 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours the daily learning session, it's not enough. It's like void of the Torah, because you could have done more. So that's the thing. And I see people in the shuls around, elderly people. I mean, maybe I told I'm so shocked they continue working. I know 75, some 80 years old people, they still working, run in the morning. Oh, I have to get my coffee. You normal, when exactly you're going to learn Torah? You put tefillin in the in the wrong place. Go learn something. So these people would have to answer. With because all of maybe they give tzedakah. Maybe let's give them the benefit of the doubt. So maybe they support their children who learn in a kollel, maybe, right, or grandchildren. But it's still it's not absolving them from learning Torah the whole day if they had this opportunity. Right. Continue. So for people who very poor and they just getting by, it's you establish the fixed times for the Torah. So for other people, it's a void of the Torah. It's these 45 minutes for one person would be praiseworthy. He has 5 kids, young kids, and he's trying to help his wife and learn and work and this and that. So for him, 45 minutes praiseworthy. But the other guy, older guy, maybe the kids are out of the house, he has all of the free time, good job. So there is no excuse. Continue. Shulchan Aruch Harav in Hilchot Talmud Torah 3:4 mentioned this concept, but also emphasizes the person's potential for achievement. Okay, an individual who has potential to achieve in Torah study should devote himself to this goal. In a contrast, person whose abilities are limited should establish fixed time to the Torah study and devote his energy to the business affairs, using the income to support the Torah scholars. Okay, that's a very interesting approach. So, but we have to always remember that the understanding of the Torah is a gift from HaShem, 100%. Just because per person is smart, and I deal with smart people, they think they're smart. I mean, in other fields they're brilliant, but in Torah they're not so much, and they could not, because of the tumah from all of these sins that they did, and unfortunately some of the silhouette they it's some things, simple things cannot penetrate. You understand? So so he's saying that if a person is not that bright, let's say that's what he's saying, so let him establish fixed session and go do business and support others. I mean, this understanding of the Torah gives from HaShem. If person, even if he's not so smart, he's trying, and HaShem is going to open his mind. And somebody who's very intelligent and he's not trying, so he's not going to get this Torah. Torah is a gift from HaShem. That's why when it says, if in Talmud says, if it says that other nations have wisdom, you must believe them, right? But if they tell you that other nations have wisdom in the Torah, you should not believe them. It's not true. So why? Because it's a gift from HaShem. Continue. The Shulchan Aruch Harav 3:4. Oh, no, we said that. Okay, continue. This the above concept can be related to the more general decision in Brachas 35b The Talmud notes the apparent contradictions between Yeshua 1:8, which commands this Torah shall not depart from your mouth, and Dvarim 11:14, which relates how you will collect your grain and wine and your oil, implying that a person should involve himself in work and commerce. Right? So they say, and on one hand, Yeshua said, study Torah day and night. Right? And another day, Dvarim said, okay, so you're going to have oil and grain and wine and other things. I think you have to work all of these 3 different fields. I don't know how many different fields. So it's not so easy when exactly you're going to have time to study Torah. But we still have answer. Hashem gave answer. Hashem created nights for study Torah. Hashem created moon. So the only purpose for the moon is so the people, Jewish people, can learn the Torah, and plus the winter. Right? In the winter there is no agricultural work, so go study Torah. Nobody's stopping you. Then if you have 7th year, the whole year you can go to yeshiva. Okay, all free tuition and free food. Everything is free. So continue. So okay, so it's a good question. Rabbi Ishmael explains. Right. So why it says you have to get busy with all of the agriculture work in one place, and on the other hand you have to study Torah day and night. So let's see. Rabbi Ishmael explains that a person should follow the way of the world, involve himself in work, and devoted only part of his energy to Torah study. In a contrast, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai explained, a person will plow in a plowing season, sow in a sowing season. What will happen to the Torah? Rather, when Jews do God's will, their work is performed by others. So meaning what? That other people are going to pay. How they're going to pay, you should not worry about it. But again, it must be 100% dedication. That's all our people who are learning of Kachlan Shlita's Kolel, right? All of the top students, and they say this is my life. Of course, the wife supports, kids support, everybody support, everybody. They know they're going to live like the life of poverty. I mean, there is some money, but almost on the border of the poverty. But that's the way of life that they chose, and they're very happy with that. So it's conscious decision, right? So Rav Ishmael said you have to follow the way of the world. So for most people, they cannot do that. I have to live in a comfortable house with air conditioners, like I don't know, with a car, with I don't know. So these people, they never, nobody, none of them have a car, none of them. You understand? And sometimes they walk there because the bus is too much, it's so expensive. Okay. So, all right, but for the other people, yeah, do the normal way of the world. Establish learning sessions from you. So don't limit yourself just because somebody told you that you're not bright or you did not get like some concept that's why you think that you're limited. It's all from HaShem. You pray to HaShem and He's going to open your mind. Continue. The Talmud concludes, many followed Rabbi Ishmael's advice and were successful, meaning work and study. So that's our formula. Many followed Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai advice and were not successful. So I mean, there is special people, and you have to have special emunah and not. But I would say not only you, because I know a person and he's about Teshuvah and he wants to go to yeshiva and try to live this simple life, and he's ready, but wife is not ready. So we told him like you're a great guy and everything whatever you do and you say it's very commendable, but this woman, she married other person before you did the show. She married the person who was working and was making good living, and now like you want to dump everything on her. It's not exactly fair. I mean, if she agrees, that yes, but if you pressure her, that's not proper. Understand? The Talmud concludes, many okay, you said that. Though the complete and total dedication demanded by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is beyond the reach of all at present, the passage is useful in order to appreciate the two different approaches to the obligation of Torah study. I'm not sure why he's saying that it's not all of them present. I mean, the people go to Chol and they dedicate their lives. I'm not sure why he said that. Okay, continue. At present, the passage is useful in order to appreciate two different approaches to the obligation Torah study. That of Rabbi Ishmael, who sees it as a responsibility to be considered within the context of the daily activities. Okay, so I have to work, and I have to do that. So of course Torah is first, so everything revolves around the Torah. I have my class at 6, let's say, right after work I have 6. So okay, so I'm not going to stay overtime, or I'm going to tell them what I'm going to tell them, and okay. Right, so from morning to night I have to work. It's not an interruption, like, basically. And second approach B, that Rabbi Shimon, who says that Torah study is a paramount aspect of the person's life, right, to which he should be devoted without considering the demand of his financial position. Has money, does not have money, but it's you have to work on yourself to be in such a state of mind. It's I would say it's not easy. I mean, to say the least, it's not for most of the people. Okay. So it was 59. Okay, so 59 was last comment.